only me.
Thanks for joining us on 2K. A look at the starting group here for Denver. Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Then it's Peyton Watson. Then there's Christian Brown. And it's Pickett in at the 1. And for Chicago, Trey Lyles is out there with Rashawn Holmes. Then there's Anthony Simons. Then it's Buzelis. And it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. Jokic, Stan, we're in the thick of the season. How hard is it to keep your guys engaged right now?
Well, it's the biggest challenge for a coach, to get your players to continue to listen and to continue to try to improve. You have to figure out the best way to communicate, and that's different on a player-by-player basis.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Jokic grabs the board. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, I spoke with the head coach for Chicago. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. Back to you guys.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Pickett. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
On target from range.
So that's a shot the defenses often dare Giddey to make, but he's shown improved accuracy.
From the top of the key, Buzelis grabs the board.
Well, this isn't the start they wanted. Need to just settle down and move the ball for better shots.
Simons finds Giddey. Chicago passing it around from outside the arc. Rebounded by Denver. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
Yeah, I think they'd like to forget that game. You usually want to find some teaching moments, but in this case, it might be best to just destroy the tape.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
For Denver, they've gone 1 of 5 to start things off. Watson passes to Pickett. The offensive rebound. And the basket by Jokic. Jokic has got his second basket on the night.
Yeah, Jokic, one of the league leaders in offensive rebounding throughout his career.
It's Giddey on the wing. Launches it. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Yeah, he hasn't been at his best this quarter. I'd like to see him be a little more patient.
And Stan, after last season, Jokic was blunt. Asked if they had enough to win the title. He said they didn't.
Well, B.A., the challenge is improving this roster. And it's not easy to do with today's salary restraints. But they understand it's absolutely necessary.
Here's Brown following the three-point basket by Chicago. And he gets it back.
Well, that's great D. That's what happens when you have great anticipation like Josh Giddey.
And now the first timeout called here for Chicago. Victory eluded them last time in Denver when they faced the Nuggets.
They were blown out by this squad last time. Could not stop the bench from scoring. That was the difference.
And a new group getting ready for Chicago. Tice is checked in for Holmes. Knox comes in for Lyles. Joseph is checked in for Buzelis. And it's Morris in for Simons. And the Nuggets will go for a different look here. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Jokic. Johnson comes in for Watson. Strawther's checked in for Brown. And it's Brown in for Pickett. So it's Denver now, following the three-point basket by Chicago. The kick out to Johnson. The three. And again, Denver with a three.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Pass to Knox. There's the three. Morris outside. Here's Knox. Here's the three. Poked loose. Back come the Nuggets on the run. Here's Strother. Good. And Brown gets the assist. And there's 1:45 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Knox. Fires the three. Drills it from deep. Knox has got 6.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Now here's Brown. Now here's Valanciunas. Giddey defends. The 3 is up. And another 3 for Denver.
The shots are certainly falling for him here in the early stages.
Here's Knox, defended by Gordon. There's the triple. Another 3 for Chicago.
He's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Oh, it's stolen by Tice. Giddey into the lane, and he comes up with a bucket. Giddey's got his second basket.
Yeah, great drive by Giddey. He loves probing avenues to the basket.
Brown passes to Valanciunas. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one's on Monte Morris.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Veteran big man Valanciunas continues to be a solid rotational piece, a nightly double-double threat who enjoys throwing his weight around.
Chicago making a switch here. Buzelis is checked in. And here's Morris. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Trailing by 2. Here's Knox. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
That one doesn't drop.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Right wing. Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Well, offense is the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Chicago ahead, up by 4, and we'll be back with you shortly. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far, halfway through the first half in this one. And from what we've seen from Chicago, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Yeah, and when you're hitting threes early, that opens up the floor and really helps your offense.
On the court for Denver. Brown at the 2, Johnson at the 3. Nikola Jokic is out there with Peyton Watson, and it's Pickett in at the point. Johnson with a bucket.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
Pass to Jokic. Oh, he's a monster. Jokic just flexing out here.
Great look for Jokic. Listen, we know he can hit the outside shot, but going to Nikola inside is a winning play.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. And again, it's Chicago with the threes.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Jokic. Again, Denver scores.
And that time, Jokic having the play created for him, and he obliges with the bucket.
Three-pointer, Buzelis knocks down the triple. Buzelis has got 12 points in the game.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Oh, he picked him clean. It's an even 3-on-3 break. Let's go with a 3. Can't hit that one. Nuggets trail by 9. Brown passes to Jokic. No good, a bit long that time. Pass to Lyles. Here's Knox. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
After scoring with ease in the first quarter, he's really cooled down a bunch here.
Hits the three-pointer.
Well, the corner three is huge for this offense. When Brown is hitting them, it stretches out the D.
Timeout called. The Bulls. They put up a nice win against Toronto last time out.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game, and the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
Rashawn Holmes, he's checked in for Chicago. Josh Giddey comes in for Joseph. Johnson with a bucket.
Well, that's his third three-pointer in this game, and 2 of those came in the second, so he might be heating up.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. Watson with a rebound.
Yeah, you know, he usually makes you pay from that range.
Here's Johnson, and count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Nuggets.
Well, they've set the tone early with their pace. So important to capitalize on transition opportunities, and it keeps the defense off balance.
Yeah, they've also had a great deal of second chance points tonight. Great job finding the offensive board and then converting on those extra tries.
Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Three-pointer, Buzelis. And again, no good by Chicago.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
Here's Pickett. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
Now a timeout called by Chicago.
Coach definitely wants to talk about their interior defense, which has not been impressive.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Looking at who's out there now for Denver. Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Watson. Strawler comes in for Brown. And it's Brown in for Pickett. Denver in the lead. Stolen by Holmes. Left side, Giddey. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, not sure I like the foul there, but Giddey was trying to get to the line. That's for sure.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here are the Nuggets. They're on a 13-5 run. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Hey, Cameron Johnson stays even. He said, I just try to come in and do my job every game, no matter what that looks like. And as somebody who shoots a lot of threes, some days can be better than others. So you just ride the waves while you can and focus on that next play. The next shot and your results, they'll be the results. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Allie. Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Tice comes in for Buzelis, and it's Morris in for Simons. Both shots good from the stripe.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
And so Brown will bring it up for Denver.
2 minutes.
To the inside. And there's Jokic on the assist by Brown. Jokic has got 10.
Defensively, they've got to get more bodies in the paint. That's 3 straight field goals from below the free throw line.
From deep, Giddey. They get the rebound. Who poked away. And stolen by Jokic. A minute and a half left in the half. They grab their own miss. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Well, at 6'11", 275, Valanciunas can really carve out space down low.
Back to Giddey. Fires the 3. Rebound by the Nuggets. Outside Johnson. All alone. And again, it's Denver converting.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Pass to Knox. Takes a 3. That's his 6th miss now, 5 of 11.
It's been an ugly quarter for him. Trying to shoot his way out of it. Might be time to work on the playmaking skills.
And Jokic, a large human being coming at you with the head of steam.
Morris deciding where to go with it. Pass to Holmes. From deep, Giddey. Strother grabs a miss.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
For Chicago, Lyles comes in for Holmes, and Joseph is subbed in for Knox. And Denver with a change here too. Gordon's checked in. Johnson against Giddey. 6 to shoot. This one for 3. No luck on that one. And so it's Cameron Johnson making...
First half with the score, Chicago.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. A pretty close game from the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. Their biggest lead in the first, 5 points. They're playing for each other right now. Selfless basketball translating into a 5-point lead now after trailing initially. And Kenny, what did you think about what we saw? And that's a wrap for our halftime show, the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. The Bulls trail by 5. Trey Lyles is out there with Buzelis. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Anthony Simons. And it's Holmes in at center, locking down the middle. That's the group for Billy Donovan, getting going here in the second half. Chicago passing it around. There's Simons with a 3. Pure from three-point range. Simons has got 6.
Well, you see that quick release, and Simons right on the money.
Here's Pickett. Pass to Gordon. Here's Pickett for 3. Buzelis grabs the board. Buzelis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Now Giddey for the tie. And he lays it up and in. 12 points for him.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Launches a 3. Chicago with a rebound. Lyles has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Buzelis. Here's Lyles. Simons outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Nuggets trail by 3. And here's Watson. Pass to Pickett. Got it.
Oh, he has a lot of tools in the toolkit. That right there was just one of them.
Chicago calls timeout.
Please welcome to the court, your Chicago Bulls.
And for all the purists, here's a look at the best free throw shooting teams from the stripe this year. Second, the Nuggets.
And this is a team that knocks down their free throws at an elite rate. Whoever they go up against should always try to avoid fouling them at all costs.
There's Simons with a 3. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively. They've had a quiet start to this half, hitting just one of their first 4 attempts.
Back come the Nuggets on the run. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
And he just makes it look so easy at times. Once Jokic gets going, there's almost no chance of slowing it down.
There's Simons with a 3. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Pickett passes to Jokic. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. That one on Giddey.
Well, what else can you do against Jokic but get as physical as possible defensively?
For Chicago, Tice is checked in for Holmes. Joseph comes in for Giddey. And it's Morris in for Simons.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Now a timeout called by Denver.
And we'd all love to hear what goes on in those huddles, but we just get the snapshots.
Well, as a coach, you want to cover just one or two major points. That way guys can absorb it and go out and execute.
Jonas Valanciunas is checked in for Denver. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. Chicago with a rebound. Buzelis has got 6 rebounds in the game. On the attack, Morris. Here's Buzelis. No good on the 3. Third quarter action. Just under 3.5 minutes have passed. You know, Stan, basketball isn't the only passion San Jose native Aaron Gordon has.
Yeah, B.A., I heard he's very technology-oriented, which we're not. He's a self-proclaimed computer nerd and loves everything about technology. We could use his help. He's skilled in more fields than just basketball.
Morris outside. Out to the right wing. Here's Lyles. Misses the 3.
2 minutes.
The shooter thought he had enough space, but the defender was right on him.
Yeah, he may have had space, but the defense did a nice job closing that gap quickly.
They're hammering him on the open floor right now.
They got to keep looking for fast break scores to even this game up.
Timeout called for the Bulls. And now that they have some time to get a little bit of rest, it's time for these players to regroup while hydrating themselves with some Gatorade, looking to gain a boost of energy as they continue to play in this game.
And staying hydrated is the only surefire way to do it. An athlete's body doesn't have the same power and stamina without proper hydration. These guys will be sure to use this timeout wisely.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Morris. Strawther's checked in for Denver. Brown comes in for Pickett. Pass to Valanciunas. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And you have to talk about the passing, too. I mean, the ball has been zipping around on the offense, and they've kept that extra pass mentality the whole way.
And Denver making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Simons deciding where to go with it. Puts up a 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Inside, Valanciunas. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Strong finish by Valanciunas. He likes exerting his will close to the rim.
Johnson against Simons. Fires for 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Outside Johnson. Got a hand on it.
When it comes to contesting shots, Buzelis is showing us that he's got great time.
Well, over the course of the night, he's been taking shots he's comfortable with, and it's working.
Simons against Johnson. Takes the 3. Simons, that one's good. Simons has got 24 points.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for the Bulls. And he's hit
67. The Nuggets.
And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Denver, Gordon and Jokic, the inside combo. Then it's Peyton Watson, then it's Cameron Johnson, and it's Pickett in at the point. Morris passes to Giddey, fires from deep, counted, and it's Morris with the assist. And the Bulls lead by 5.
Wow. We don't normally see Giddey take the super deep shots. Love the confidence.
Here's Pickett. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. The Bulls shooting at about 51% for the game so far in this one. There's Tice with a three. And they'll get another chance. And so it's Jokic who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. And Monte Morris is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
Here's Pickett, guarded by Morris. Driving inside. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Yeah, what a huge dunk. Making a statement right there.
Got a piece of it. Oh, it's stolen by Tice. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Nuggets trail by 3. Here's Watson. It's deflected. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Buzelis.
Nuggets ball.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. The Bulls have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. They get it again. Pass to Morris. Chicago passing it around. Now Holmes, covered by Jokic. Just 4 to shoot. 4-3. The shot by Buzelis, no good.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Here's Pickett. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
And the Bulls making a change here. Simons checked in. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. And Coach had a very specific message for his guys. He said, quote, control what we can control. Play our game, and the rest will take care of itself. Solid message, if you ask me.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
Man, once Simons found his rhythm, he's been non-stop.
And that one's good. Pickett.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
There's Simons with a three. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Outside Watson. Back to Jokic. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Giddey passes to Tice. And here's Simons outside. Another 3 for Chicago.
Hard to win games when you allow clean looks from the perimeter.
Nuggets trail by 6. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. You look at Anthony Simons. He's been playing really well.
With the perimeter D struggling to stay connected to him, they're getting bombarded.
Now let's take a second to present our player of the game, Anthony Simons.
Yeah, and this game really has his fingerprints all over it. He's been dominating and making it look effortless. It's always fun to watch someone just flat out take over like he's done here today.
Valanciunas, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Brown comes in for Johnson. Simons outside from downtown, sinks the tray. Simons got 36 points.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding.
Lyles, he's checked in for Chicago. And Holmes with the block. Simons outside. Three-pointer.
2 minutes.
Valanciunas with a rebound. Valanciunas has got his 4th rebound in this one. To the middle. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
The big man stepping up in the big moment. Valanciunas able to put the team on his back.
And here's Simons outside. Gets the 3 to fall. Simons has got 39.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
First personal foul.
Well, you have to appreciate a high-octane player like Anthony Simons. He runs the floor and just outworks other guys every chance he gets.
Chicago making a switch here. Tice is checked in. Up top, Gordon. Free throw line jumper. Off the left rim and out. Bulls leading by 8. Pass to Lyles. Three-pointer. And the three-pointer goes.
Nothing left to do but to watch the clock tick towards 0. Nice victory here for the Bulls.
It was stop and go for them along the way, but they finally seized full control of this game.
BA, the scoreboard definitely doesn't tell the whole story. They were able to pull things together when things got tough, and of course, they closed strong.
And for the year, this will give them win number 17.
And they fought hard for this win, guys. No one wants to get swept in a season series, even a short one.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Anthony Simons.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
And not much left to play for at this point.
Hey, you give it your all and let the chips fall where they may. Just wasn't their night.
And yep, it's good.
Pickett. Assist from Watson.
The 3 ball. And count it. So it's the Bulls winning this one.